All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, it is 6 o'clock. It is 6:35, 6:30-ish. It is Friday, and it is time for that fantasy show. I'm your boy, Ciozy. Right next to me is the loudmouth himself, Mr. Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. JT. So, let's definitely get into this week. Let's start. So hopefully everybody had a nice little fantasy football week. I went 8-2, thanks to Jahmyr Gibbs.
0-1, thank you very much.
Thanks to Jahmyr Gibbs. I needed Jahmyr Gibbs to give me an additional 20 points, and I would have been 8-1. But I take the 8-2 from all my leagues. I'm sorry, no, 6-2. Excuse me, 6-2. I'm in 8 leagues. But first off, let's start with the overseas game. The Giants and the Panthers. The Giants lost to the Panthers in overtime, 2017. Overall, yeah, I say overall it was a really good game. What I will say is this: you can't blame Daniel Jones on this game. You cannot. He didn't fumble the ball. He didn't turn the ball over.
Right.
So it kind of got me when everybody was talking about, well, yeah, Daniel Jones, that is, that. I'm like, wait. I'm not trying to see if I feel bad, play blame. I'm not trying to throw nobody in the bus, but last time I checked, the quarterback did not fumble that ball.
That's a true statement.
So let's get that.
It was an entertaining game. It wasn't good football by any stretch of the imagination, but it was entertaining.
It was. It like I said, that's what I like about the overseas games, because it gives people to enjoy the chance to enjoy football, And I'm not trying to be funny. We can be the sorriest team in that game, and for some reason, they make it exciting.
They do. But it's just because
I'm not gonna lie. How many of us would actually have watched the Giants and Panthers play?
It is
if it wasn't for fantasy football purposes or betting purposes.
Right. But it's foreign to them. Like, it is just a novelty thing to them.
Right. But I will say this. But if you look at a lot of the overseas games, they're good games.
They're entertaining.
Name me one overseas games that was terrible.
They're entertaining games. They're not good football, but they're entertaining games.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're still, like I said, they're entertaining. They're good for them. It's you can't say that when you watch that game, it's like, oh man, I cut that game off and did something else. No, you watched the game. Whether it was because it was 9:30 in the morning or something like that, it still was entertaining. Whether it was high scoring or was it just a good matchup.
It was 9:30 in the morning and there was football on. That means I can start drinking. So I'm down. You can have one every week. I don't care. That makes me even happier on Sunday. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
Now, based on this game, because right now, half of these teams now looking forward towards the end of the season. How do we build? So with the Giants, would you rebuild around Neighbors, or would you build around Jones? Because we all know when the draft comes, we all think they're going to get another quarterback.
Right. Jones got 1 or 2 years left on his contract.
He has. I think here's his. It's not. I want to say it's his final. But after that, and like I said, I think it's the end of his rookie. No, it's not the end of his rookie deal, but I want to say it's kind of the end of his contract.
I think it's the end of I mean, it's hard to build around a wide receiver. Like, you do need to find him a quarterback that's going to be able to throw him the ball.
Well, I guess the one everybody's looking at is Shakur Sanders, Deion's son. But I don't see him going there. I see him probably going to Vegas, unless, like I said, unless a deal is done to where somebody gets that number 1 pick.
Right.
I can see either.
I think it's going to Jacksonville that's like in line for the number 1 pick right now, right?
If Jacksonville gets the first pick, Jacksonville's getting somebody to build they have their quarterback.
No.
They got Paul Mitchell.
Right, yeah, they got Sunshine. Right.
Yeah, they got Paul Mitchell with the beat out soon hair, looking like Fabio. They got their quarterback.
They got Sunshine from fucking Return of the Titans.
Call it what you want, but when you take that look, call it what you want, but when he take that helmet on, he doesn't tell me hold on like he's sort of a shampoo commercial.
He does.
He takes it, whip that bitch back. Whip that bitch back, I swear. I'm like, damn, you would have thought they was doing a shampoo commercial. Even Troy Polamalu didn't do that stuff like that.
Right. But Jacksonville's got the worst record in the league right now, right?
No.
Isn't it Jacksonville? Who got the worst record?
I think it's the Raiders right now.
Is it really? Wow.
I think the Raiders are 6-2.
Oh no, yeah, they got Jacksonville by like 3 wins. I think Jacksonville's only like 3-9. Like Jacksonville's bad this year.
Yeah, like I said, Vegas right now is the front runner because they won 2 games. Other than that, you got Carolina that's won 3 games. Jacksonville has won 3 games. I want to say New Orleans has won 3 games. Dallas has won 4. And I think the Giants have won 3.
Wait a second. You telling me the Cowboys actually won 4 games this year?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's amazing. They played like shit. You think that's done in Dallas?
Well, I think because one thing I heard was this, and this would probably make sense. If New Orleans, I think what's going to happen is this. I think New Orleans would probably trade with Dallas to get Dak. Yeah.
The old Smokey Eyes down there? Come on now.
I think Smokey Eyes. I think they will trade Smokey Eyes. Because, like I said, somebody's going to make a trade to get Shakur Sanders.
The only place that old Smokey Eyes is going to go is the fucking Carolina, and it's to replace Bryce Young.
Technically, I can see him going to Dallas.
I don't know if old Smokey. I don't know. Well, you mean warm weather, everything. So yeah, you could.
I can see him going to Dallas.
I don't think he'll look good in them colors though.
I wouldn't think he would look good in the colors either. But I would say I can see him going to Dallas because Dallas is going to try to get a running back because that's what they need.
They do, yeah. Running back by committee has not worked for them this year.
No, it's not even running back by committee. You don't have a primary running back. Zeke is not the running back you had before. You traded.
You'll beat the shit out of him.
Right, the guy that you did have as the running back, he went to Tennessee. He's in Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh, I was just killing it in Tennessee too.
So, like I said, I can see them looking at, like I said, if they're going to do anything, they're going to try to get a running back first if they're smart.
Right.
And then, like I said, if somebody has a higher thing, I will see New Orleans. Like I said, if they're trying to get Shakur Sanders, I could see them trading.
Could you see Jerry trying to move up to number 1 and get Shakur in Dallas?
Who?
Getting Sanders out in Dallas.
No.
I mean, you already had Daddy.
Right, but Daddy on some new stuff, and I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah, halfway.
No, the reason I say that is because the way Jerry wants stuff done, I don't think Dion would agree to.
That's fine. He ain't got to agree to it. His son does. I'm talking about his kid going to Dallas. No. Too much pressure. You don't think Jerry would do that?
No, honestly, I don't think that would work. Honestly, these are the places I would look at him being. 1, I would definitely say New Orleans. 2, maybe Vegas. And the reason I say maybe, It's because you got Brock over there. If you get Sanders, you better be getting a wide receiver to go with him.
Oh yeah, at some point during the draft, yeah.
And that's why I say maybe, because like I said, they can probably make some wheeling and dealing, right. But I really feel as though when it comes to Shakur Sanders, it's going to be an Eli thing again. And I don't mean it to where it's going to be like, oh, he's not. Deion's going to do something, and I got to respect Deion for this, because the way Deion is going by everything, he's not stepping on toes. He's not stepping on toes, but he is letting people know who he is.
How you do?
So, like I said, like I said, for the Giants, if you do keep Daniel Jones, you need a running back. Like I said, I can see the Dallas and the Giants. They're needing a running back because one, you already got it in. You got a nice receiver in Malik Neighbors. You got wide receivers complimenting them. However, your running game sucks.
Yeah.
You picked up a decent tight end.
I don't know if it's so much the running game as much as it is.
Oh, dude, that running game is terrible.
They're not good. Yeah, they're not good. Like, it's full Charles Barkley terrible, but
terrible. Good and terrible.
I can see Daniels actually staying in New York. Right, like he's been able to deal with the media for the most part. Like he's been able to deal with them, like just that, like, and he is like lightweight, like proving himself, like he wants to be there. But like, he could have came up and just packed his bags in and said screw it, but he doesn't.
He does, and I think what really happened this season, I think what messed them up was that they were confident they were going to keep Saquon Barkley, and we're going to get on Saquon late. We're going to get on Saquon next. But
35 this week, baby.
But to be honestly, if he didn't go to Philly, could you picture Malik Neighbors, Saquon Barkley, and Daniel Jones?
Well, to be honestly, again, at that point, then you have a running game to go with it, and like Daniel Jones,
right?
Neighbors have more time to work.
Well, I'll put it this way: if that was the case, it would be a 3-team league. Dallas would be the only team that would not be in the running to get that division.
Oh yeah. Well, Dallas was screwed before the season started.
Because Dallas was trying. I don't know what they were thinking. To where, well, I guess they thought they would land Derrick Henry, which I think they should have, but for Jerry to say, well, we couldn't afford him. Yeah, well, Jerry Jones, you can hold on.
Hey, he's not wrong. But it's not that they couldn't afford, like they didn't have the room, they didn't have the cap space and whatnot to get it.
We talking about Jerry Jones. We talking about Jerry Jones.
I know. I'm just saying, but you had Dak to pay for, you had CD Lamb to pay for, you got Michael Parsons.
You could always restructure their contract. Put this way, you can always restructure their contracts.
Yeah, you can always restructure them, but like eventually, like you have to pay them eventually.
Eventually, yes. But I can also extend it. Come on now, with the NFL. It's all about accounting. When it comes to contracts, it's all about accounting. Basically, how much money am I going to let him be guaranteed? How much money am I going to guarantee him to make him happy?
The Browns done fucked it with Watson. Like I'm hoping that really is just a one-off that happened with contracts and whatnot, because like otherwise, like you have motherfuckers holding out for seasons, getting that full guaranteed $300 and something million contract. I understand it was only $230 for Watson. I'm just saying. Like
with Watson is different. Watson is different. Honestly, if I was Cleveland, I'd be no. Hear me on this. If I was Cleveland, I would seriously negotiate sending him to Vegas.
No, I would honestly just cut bait.
Hold up. Explain to me why. Besides all the we're not talking about off the field. We're not talking about off the field.
I'm not talking about off the field. I'm talking about on the field.
Right.
Bad.
And the quarterback they got is making it even better.
No, they had to go get something to replace him. Shit. I didn't say they did a good job. Let's go all the way back. How many quarterbacks has it been since like '99? Ton. It doesn't matter. They picked bad quarterbacks, but they picked like the worst guys.
How old are you kids? I said, look, just ask them, how old is Amelia? That lets you know how many quarterbacks they had. Because each year they had a new one on her birthday.
Everyone, right. Every damn one. May 31st. I got you.
But it's I think every year they had since that in. Every year they had a new quarterback. Every time Amelia turned had her birthday. Cleveland is now getting this quarterback. Cleveland is now drafting this quarterback. Cleveland is now trading for this quarterback.
Yeah, since 1999, they've had at least one new starting quarterback, at least one every year since '99. Right now, I think they got 3 and 4.
Now the next one we do had to get with, besides the Giants, because there was another team playing, was the Panthers. Now, Bryce Young has gotten up. Let's do this way. Bryce Young has won back-to-back games.
Oh, he fucking saw the writing on the wall. He had to come back and do something.
Well, not even that. Do you think he found his groove? Because right now, like you said, they're lucky because this is their bye week. So with him getting this groove or this confidence, do you think that can actually help towards the next game?
No, honestly, because they had this bye week this week with him getting the back-to-back wins, and now you got to sit a week and just wait on it. It's probably a detriment to him that they got the bye this week, and that did happen.
I think honestly it would help.
He's gonna come out and lay an egg. I'm just saying he's gonna. It's not gonna be as good as the last two, and the last two weren't exactly good either. Like I said, that overseas game, like it was entertaining, but it was not good football. It was kind of like Monday night. Like nobody wanted to hold on to the damn ball Monday night. So it was just constant back and fucking forth. Like, yo, you take the ball. Then you take the ball. Then you take the ball. All right, we'll get 3 points. Now you take the ball. Like that's all it was fucking Monday night. Sunday morning, like I said, it was entertaining, but it wasn't good.
We'll leave it at that. Now the next game. Next game we had Drake May and the Patriots versus Caleb Williams and the Bears.
And the losing ass Bears. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. How do you not look? I'd have taken the 40 like next week. I wouldn't give a damn if they would have beat if the Patriots. The fact that the Patriots beat them, like nope, I'm good for the rest of the season. They're gonna kick L's the rest of the year. Like if you couldn't beat the Patriots. You couldn't beat the Patriots and a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach. Yeah,
isn't he a rookie too?
No, I understand Caleb Williams is a rookie too, but screw that guy. He sucks. Fuck that guy. They should have beat the Patriots. The Patriots are bad. Like really bad.
So now the one thing they did do
right after the game ended, if they would have got the 5th win, I'd have came out and ran right after that. They should have got the 5th win, but they were shit.
Well, now that you got that out your system, so with that, like I said, it was 19. You lost 19-3. Now, to me, honestly, with the Bears, I don't
football because Caleb Williams sucks. Okay, go ahead.
No, this is my thing because I really can't say it's Caleb Williams.
I will.
Because honestly, look at what happened with Justin Fields. So are we saying it's the coordinator?
No, it's the fucking offensive line. There's no one to block for when you're back there constantly running for your life. You have no chance. Right, Justin Fields went to Pittsburgh, and he had a decent line in front of him, and he did just
fine. He flourished. And on top of that, they had a game plan. They knew to run the ball. And that's what they look at.
Who is the coach in Chicago? I'm not worried about the coordinators. Who's those guys anyway? Who's the head coach? It's still Matt Nagy, admit it or no?
Yeah.
Is it? Like,
yes.
I don't want to bang on an ex-Destroyers head coach, but like that dude sucks. Like, get him the hell out of there. They need somebody new.
Well, like I said, they do find an offensive coordinator. Now the assistant coordinator is going to take over. Now here's the thing with this assistant coordinator, he was the actual offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. Now with him, he does believe in a lot of middle coverage. So you can see, because if you think about it, some of the actual reason that they were losing games, what happened to Cole Kmet? You're not throwing Cole Kmet. He's not getting the ball no more. There's no mid-range throws. Now, when they was in a little win streak, they had a nice rhythm. Cole Kmet was getting the ball. DJ Moore was getting the ball. Keenan Allen was getting the ball, and DeAndre Swift was actually running.
Running, right? Yeah, but you actually have to
on that losing streak
off the line because they have time.
You look at that losing streak,
to get the ball out there.
Well, I understand that, but even on that losing streak, a lot of things they stopped doing. They wasn't running the ball as much. They stopped throwing the Cole Kmet. It was kind of like they actually wanted to. I don't know if they felt as though they needed the highlights, or they just wanted to make sure that they wanted to actually invest in the long ball.
No, they were trying to draw the eye away from the line and get them off the line so that Swift could actually run the ball again. That's why you did it.
So again, wouldn't that be with the
pass the ball?
Right. So wouldn't that still deal with the actual middle of the field? So when you still make plays for Cole Kmet, when you make little small plays for DeAndre Swift and the other running game, and do short yard passes to like DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is a possession back anyway. He could give you the long ball, but he's one of those route runners. He'll give you decent yards here and there. He's not trying to get the long ball.
Right, 8 to 15.
Right, he'll chip away. He's one of them. I'm not saying I don't understand why they're not doing chip away plays to give Keenan so many touches to where 5 yards here, 6 yards here, 5 yards here, 10 yards here, like how they do Josh Daniels.
Well, it's because they don't have the time. The quarterback's getting back here. He's going through his first two. His first two reads are down from the field. It's not mid range. It's downfield. Right. And by
the thing is that their next game
over the middle, they already hitting his ass.
Right. Now, the next game is against Green Bay. Now, the question is, do you feel as though the Bears are done? Or can you see Caleb approve with this new change?
I have said since the beginning of the season that the Bears are done. I'm going to say that the Bears are done. If they get one more, then I got to run a 40. So no, the Bears are done.
Also, you basically. Oh, and we do have some information for you on the 40. We'll talk about later.
Oh shit! This is unannounced. Like, I don't even know what the hell you talk about. Like, why would you say that?
Well,
am I running it anyway?
No. You say you can beat Brady's time.
Oh, you damn right.
Now, here's the problem.
Later.
No. Here's the problem. So, we looked up Brady's 40. Tom Brady ran 2 40-yard dashes. One as a rookie, one at 46. His rookie time was 5.28.
What?
Yeah. His rookie. Yes, it was.
I can look it up right now on YouTube.
Yes.
His 40 time is 6'9".
No, his running time is not 6'9". The slowest 40 is a guard. Is a guard. He ran a 6'9" 2004 in the 2004 draft.
Man,
now,
I know there was a cat that ran fucking 7'4".
Like I said, I had to do research. I had to do the research. So yeah, I did. So when he ran the 40 in his rookie year, he ran a 5.28.
Bullshit.
He reran it at 46 years old.
Uh-huh.
He ran it at a 5.18.
Yeah, fuck that. I still got that.
So you got so are you beating the 40-year-olds, the 46-year-old time, or are you beating his original time?
I'll beat them both.
All right. Now, just to kind of give you an actual breakdown. So here are the other 40s. Peyton Manning ran a 4.8. Aaron Rodgers ran a 4.71. Ben Roethlisberger ran a 4.75. Now again, the 40 you're talking about is from Regis Crawford. He ran a 6.07. That was in the 2004 draft. That is the slowest 40 as of from the NFL, from the NFL Combine. That is the slowest 40.
Do that shit. I've watched fucking the Underwear Olympics before. Like, I've seen linemen run like 7.4s. Right? Like, that is the...
All I'm saying, look, and like I said, this is what I got from the Combine records.
Uh-huh.
If you want to actually look up, go to NFL.com and look up that information.
I ain't got to look at it up. I can find it on YouTube and send it right to you. It's 6'9".
So when you watch YouTube, make sure you pick Tom Brady's time.
I will. That's fine.
Now, since we're done with the Bears, let's talk about the Patriots and Drake May. But right now, Drake May has kind of solidified himself as the top, as the man for New England, and it looks that way. So if they're smart, like I said, if they get a running game, a wide receiver, or another wide receiver, they're looking at getting was it Travis Hunter from Colorado?
Ooh, that'd be nice.
So right now, they think that he would be a good touch.
Mayo would waste him too because like he's for real. Like when Gamble went to Carolina when he got drafted, and they just made him a cornerback. Like he should have been two-way. I'm like, I don't know why they don't let some guys go two-way if they can. I do understand. Right? It's the same reason that Shohei they really don't want him to go both ways, pitching and fielding.
Well, sometimes sometimes it's not the actual coaching or the player coaching; it's the player. Now you've had some players to where, think about it. Ronald Curry, he was a quarterback all 4 years in North Carolina. When he got drafted, he went as a wide receiver.
I was the same thing with oh God,
Antonio Gibson. Yeah, Antonio. Yeah. Cordell Stewart. He was a quarterback,
right?
And then he went to wide receiver when he went to the Patriots. He went to the Steelers. But then on top of that,
same thing when he went to Houston.
Well, they used more Cordell as a weapon. He was more of a weapon than a position. He was athletic, so they either have he can either be a wide receiver, he could be a running back. That's what they liked about him. But in the NFL. But you got to realize that the NFL is different.
Right, but Deion went both ways in the NFL, and he played fucking baseball at the same damn time.
He didn't go both ways until he tried it at Dallas. Other than that, he was always a quarterback and a punt returner.
Right.
He was always that. He didn't do that until he went to Dallas. Because he tried it. But even then, I as much as I admire for his effort, he couldn't do it.
Right. I was just like playing both ways in football and then going and playing a baseball game. Like that's just too much, guy. Like calm down.
Well, Bo, like I said, Bo, he's done it. Bo's done it.
Bo should have just stayed in baseball. Honestly, like. He really
but no, both flourished in both. He was an all. You have to admit, he did make the All-Pro team in football as well.
Look, I'm not saying anything bad about Bo Jackson. Bo knows, goddamn it. Right, like Like, but like he should have just stayed in baseball. Like he could have been around a whole lot longer if he just
He
stayed.
stayed, he stayed in baseball. He stayed in baseball after that. Once that injury came in, he stayed in baseball.
Right, but he wasn't the same fucking player after that fucking hip injury.
True. It took away from his athletic ability, but
right, it took away from his shit because like he didn't know, like if he ran up that fucking wall to catch a fucking ball with his fucking hip being as bad as it was, he didn't know if he was gonna hit that wall and that motherfucker just out and I'm down. Like, guys, could you imagine modern medicine back then? Like he would have fixed him. He would have probably still been a two-way player his whole career. If we had medicine now that we had back then, oh my god! Like,
no. If he had the medicine that we have then they'd be talking about him being on steroids. No. We don't need that conversation. Because all of a sudden, what Bo was doing is performance enhancing, and let's leave Bo. Let's leave Bo where Bo was at. Bo was the man in football and baseball.
Bo was legitimately like a football player that played baseball.
He was an athlete.
Right. He was just his build. Like he was a football player that played baseball. That's all that was.
No. That was Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas would have been a hell of a tight end. God.
No, you didn't know? So you didn't know? Yeah, you remember Frank Thomas and Bo Jackson went to the same school.
That's fine, but like, yeah, Frank got.
And Frank Thomas went his way. Bo, hear me out though. No. Here's the thing. They went to school. They both went to Auburn. They both played baseball. They both played football. Bo was the running back. Frank Thomas was the fullback.
He's a fullback. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Huge fucking fullback. Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
No, that actually, yeah. Frank Thomas just said, no, I'm just going to commit to baseball. Right. But no, he played for Auburn. No, he played for Auburn. And it was and him and played. Yeah, they both played on the same team in football and baseball. So yeah, Frank Thomas did that, but Frank Thomas said, "Hey, I'm gonna stick with baseball because
I don't want to get hit no more. I'm just gonna hit the ball. I hit it far."
And he had a pretty good career.
Anyway, back to football.
Yeah. Now, like I said, with the Bears, the next game they have is against Green Bay. I will say this. I am curious to see what this new coordinator is going to be like. I'm not starting Caleb Williams. But I would start Cole Kmet. Because I think with Green Bay, I think they're going to make it to where Cole Kmet gets a lot of touches. I think they're going to run the ball a little bit more. So when they run the ball, I really think that DeAndre Swift is going to get a few touches, and I think DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore and Roma Dunze are going to get some touches. Right. So I would start them. Those are the three I would start. Cole Kmet. I will start. Cole Kmet. I'll start DeAndre Swift, and I will start DJ Moore.
It was Cole Kmet, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cole Kmet, got it.
I will start them. Now, the Pats play the Rams. This is going to be interesting.
Wait a second. Who plays the Rams?
New England. They play the Rams.
Ugh.
Now,
Monday Night Football, like the Patriots might actually have a chance again.
Well, what I will put this way, what I will say is this: their defense, and especially with their defense, because to be honest with you, I think that's what New England is pretty much basing their strategy off their defense, to where Drake May doesn't has a shorter field to work with.
Okay.
So I can see them doing that. Now against the Rams, I think it's going to be an issue because one, New England is going to LA. Two, you have You have Kyrie Williams, you have Cooper Cup, you have Tutu Atwell, and you also have Puka Nacua. All healthy.
It's just a great name to say. I don't care. Like, I hope that guy ends up fucking good because that is just a great name to say. Puka Nacua.
Like I say, they're in like I said, they're healthy. And the scary thing that they're all
they just got they just got everybody healthy again.
Right.
Like the Rams.
And also the thing is they're actually fighting first place. They're not that far back from first place.
God, like dude, like I miss Sunday tickets so bad. I know you told me watch Red Zone, but like my ADD would kick in and I would just kind of like had to scream the whole day and like lose it for 7 hours and not remember what the hell happened. But like,
so you just said you have ADD, so wouldn't that hold on? You just said you have ADD. Wouldn't that help you because you're not watching the same game? They constantly film you from game to game to game to game to game. So your attention is going to be like, oh, new game, oh, new game, oh, new game, oh, new game.
Look at the kitty. Like I completely understand that, but no, like I need to be able to focus in and like understand what I'm looking at. Like, it's bouncing around just people being in the red zone. Like, I want to see how they got down to the red zone. I just don't want to see the scoring plays. I want to see getting to that point. Right? That's where you get your points is getting to the goddamn red zone. Right? Besides the, like, the long bombs and the big-ass runs, like, getting, from point A to point B, 10-yard chunks, that's the important part of the game. This is the fun part. Right? Scoring plays fucking happen all the goddamn time. I don't care about offense anymore. Fuck the NFL. All they want is offense. Eat shit. I just want to see the in-between game. I do like a defensive battle. Even though
they show that too.
Even though Washington got me 0. Oh my God. What the man? Anyway, yeah.
Dude, I said that was gonna be a high score. I think it was going to be a high scoring game.
I understand that part, but like, damn it. Like, Saquon got me fucking 35, but, like, because he got me 35, Washington defense gave me 0. I didn't pay attention to that part.
Hey, Hurts got me 18.
Right? Can't be mad at that.
Hurts got me 18. Hey, I can't be. Now, speaking of defense, next game we have is Buffalo. It was Buffalo and the Colts. Buffalo's defense showed up, beat the Colts 30-20. Dude, here's the defense stats from Buffalo: 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 4 sacks, and a pick 6. They're loving it.
It's fine. Like when it comes, I didn't want to really say anything. When it comes up later, you'll see the score anyway, so that's fine.
Now, originally after the game, now here's the funny thing. When the game ended, they stated that Flacco would still be the QB. His stats were 26 for 35, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Now,
3 interceptions.
Now, hold on. Now, I don't know if somebody mama called them or somebody said something different because Wednesday it's been changed to now Anthony Richardson will now be starting
for the rest of the season.
To be honest with you, I don't like it.
No, I don't.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Richardson does not see the whole field. He doesn't. And I'll be honest, that's why with Flacco, and I will tell people if you had Josh Downs, I would have said by then he would have been a wide receiver too. I'm saying drop him down to a flex because he's not going to get the touches he was getting with Flacco.
Right.
Now, I'm assuming they're going to say, well, he almost had a 100-yard game when Richardson. Yeah, he had to where half of that was a 64-yard pass.
Right. Now, look, I don't give a damn about any of that. Like, Richardson has lost the locker room in general, just with the whole tap out and walking off the fucking field. Right? They gave 2 games to Flacco. Like, they didn't do good. They didn't lose both those games and lost both those games, right? Looking at you. Supposed to have these answers. Right? The Colts
Now,
lost the last 2 games, right?
honestly, I think this because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at their ranking, their standing.
Right.
They're 4-6.
Did they lose
They're 4-6. So honestly, they're second in the AFC South. So they're not. They can still make either the wild card or they can still win the division.
And you still got NBA TV going on in the background. Why didn't you go turn that shit off?
Actually, no. It is now. What is it?
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
No. I do love Hip Hop Miami.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. What is it? Dang.
Fuck you up. You guys keep thinking about Housewives of Miami.
I want to say no. It's not part of the interruption. It's the one before that.
Around the horn.
Yeah, around the horn. That's what I got going on.
Why are they talking over us? Fuck them guys. Pause that shit.
I can't. It's live. But anyway.
Okay, AFC suck anyway. Just turn that shit off.
But anyway, let's get back to it. So right now, the Colts' next game is against the Jets. This is gonna be interesting.
Ooh, and you said it's Colts against the Jets?
Yeah.
Ugh, that just sounds gross.
And I found look, somebody gave me the perfect meaning for Jets. Just in the season. As soon as I heard that, it was like JETS, just in the season. I said, "Oh, you got it. I'm taking that one."
That's fucking great. Give that person a gold star. God, that's fantastic.
No. Hey, shout out to Alvin from First Street Podcast for informing us what the meaning of the Jets were.
God,
just in the season. That was great. But here's the thing. If Richardson wins this, if they beat the Jets, and we got to play devil's advocate on this because, sure, I'll play devil's advocate on this. When it comes to the Jets, Aaron Rodgers either becomes John Wick or he just becomes some old guy, or he's just Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, tinfoil hat Rodgers. Can you come over here and talk to me?
It's either that, but
Watch can bring it with you. You gonna have to kick it.
But I will tell you this: I will say this in this game. I'm starting. This might be a shootout, and I'm dead serious. This might be a shootout because I don't see anybody other. Who is Sauce Gardner going to guard? If he's getting Pittman, you leave Downs, you leave Pierce open, and then you also still have Jonathan still running the ball. So,
you could
drop
9 guys, rush 2, and they'll still get the Richard.
But now if they run the ball, that's what I'm saying. You still have him. And this is another thing. But hold on, here's the other thing I'm looking at. Here's the other thing you have to understand. And this is why I'm saying this might be a shootout. Because if we get John Wick, remember, you still have Devontae Adams. You still have Wilson. You still have Bryce. This could be, like I said, this could end up being a shootout. So okay, on your end, we'll feel you to stop. We'll just stop this from being a shootout.
Again, kind of this game, like this one, it will be because you got 2 shit teams. Like it's going to be an entertaining game. It won't be good football by any stretch of the imagination. It'll be an entertaining game. It'll be fun to watch, because everybody that tunes in, unless you're a diehard fan, anybody that tunes into that game either got money on it or it's fantasy. That's the only reason they're tuning into that game. And they might stick around if it's entertaining. Again,
so again, you will stop this from being a shootout because you're saying it's not going to be a shootout. So what's stopping it from being a shootout?
I mean, I'm not saying it won't be. I'm just saying they 2 bad defense, but they're also 2 bad offense. And again, the Jets got plenty of names to throw out there. Right? Garrett Wilson and fucking Devontae Adams and everybody else. Fucking Lazard, all of them. Right? They got all them folks to throw out there, and it's still bad.
Makes you miss Robert Sala, huh?
A little bit.
Guess I'm sitting there like, yeah, so I'm the one that needed to be fired, huh?
Right, yeah. I should have been the one who was fired. Got it.
So y'all fired me, right? Hey, y'all not doing any better. But like I said, when it comes to this game, I am definitely stating if you have them, start them.
If you got them on offense, start them. Yeah, for that
Besides that, and the only thing I would say, stay away from the quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, you're probably not wrong on that.
Yeah, if you have Bryce, start him. If you got Garrett, start him. If you have Devontae Adams, start him.
Now,
don't start Aaron Rodgers because it's not good. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be pretty. You're gonna get the numbers from the other players, but I guarantee you, Rodgers' numbers will not look pretty. Anthony Richardson, same thing. I'm starting Jonathan Stewart. I'm starting Jonathan. I'm starting Downs. I'm starting Pittman.
Do you think that even though they've already come out and flat out said he's going to be the starter the rest of the season, like if it goes real bad in the first quarter with Richardson being back,
yeah,
do you think they pull him and go?
Yeah, I think they bring Captain Flacco back. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think they go back to Richardson to start the next one?
Depending on how he plays, if it's a dumpster, in Tim's words, if it's a dumpster fire, then they'll probably say, "Well, we're going to have Richardson back," da da da.
Like, what if it goes full like any given Sunday after the party, and they all left him fucking hanging, and he's just out there like on his own?
They won't do that.
You don't think they'll do that?
No, because they need their look. Because they need their look. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they need their incentives. Because remember, not every contract is guaranteed.
but like you got to set that. That's one of the things that like I said, Richards has already lost the locker room. Right, like they get out there on the field, they might just it might be lookout blocks all game.
It might. Well, I'll put it this way: when it comes to losing the locker room, I'm gonna be honest. That's gonna be aired out. That's gonna be aired out in practice. I guarantee you
don't
that.
Think they do that to him on the national stage and just let him fail.
Coach won't allow it. No.
I know the coach won't allow it, but the players can still just kind of look
at
it.
The coach, the owner, because on their end, next man up. You want to act next man up. You want to act the fool? Guess what? I got another squad that I want to be to take your place.
I understand that, but they look out block him the whole first quarter. You don't think they put in Flacco and then they start just blocking again?
I guess now you're saying if it's where he gets hurt, they might do a No. I'm not talking about hurt. I'm not talking about where he's out for the season. I mean to where he might have a bruise to where he can't play or something to where he's out for the game.
Right.
Or if he plays so piss poor, then yeah, I can see them doing that.
If he plays piss poor, they'll switch him. I hope to God they would switch him out. If you let him just play piss poor and just fuck it, we're rolling with this.
Now, like I said, yeah. But like I said, when it comes to this matchup, I'm starting everybody but the quarterbacks.
I'm with you on that. For real.
I will start everybody but the quarterbacks. Now, Buffalo, on the other hand, this is going to be interesting. They play the Chiefs.
Right. Regular season, the Buffalo's got their number. It's the playoffs where they had the problem with it.
Well, you also have to realize this. Cooper's still hurt. He's still questionable to play with the wrist. Keon Coleman still hurt. Same thing with the wrist. Now, if you are looking for somebody to start, I would start Matt Collins.
Okay, I'm there.
He's been their wide receiver, even if Cooper does start, I will still put him. I will still look at Matt Collins as a flex because one, they're playing the Chiefs,
Right.
and this is one of the rivalry games. So I would definitely say definitely pick up Matt Collins if you're in dire need of a flex, or if you have a wide receiver that's on a bye week, make your adjustments, put him in. Because for the last few games, he has actually picked up stats. He's actually averaged between 60 yards plus, 60 yards and a touchdown each game.
There you go.
And like I said, with Kansas City, that's another thing because with Kansas City playing, they have a new kicker because Harrison Buckner got injured. So right now he has I believe a torn meniscus, so he's going to be done for a while.
Oh boy, Buckner's not a bad kicker by any stretch.
No, he's not. He's a clutch kicker. Now, the kicker they stated that he is pretty much like 94% accurate, 98% field extra point. I think like 90% from field goals, 40 plus.
Right. But,
so that's not good, but that's a lot of pressure for the. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of pressure for a kid, for somebody to make sure that the streak stays alive.
Right. But Kansas City, they just been getting lucky. Most of the teams, they have not played good. They haven't played Kansas City football all season yet.
You know what? And this is how I truly feel about this. About this. Name me a team that played good and that played excellent and won a Super Bowl.
Man, why? Why would you ask me this question?
Because if you look at the team, the reason I bring that up, the dynasty teams, the quarterbacks have not played to where they were they were before. Look how Brady played when he won his championships. Brady was, and this is during fantasy football season as well. Brady was not a numbers man. If you picked up Tom Brady to start, he was either playing the Browns to where they were piss poor, or the Raiders to where there was a retirement home.
Brady spread the ball around and did his job. He made sure everybody else did their job. Brady was a field general. He was a field manager. Yes. Damn right he was.
Now, Peyton Manning, when he won his championships, did not have the best numbers.
Yeah, but he also throws. No, when he's throwing to Thomas, he was fucking.
Think about it. When he played great. When he played great that first year in Denver, and they went to Super Bowl, they ran into the Seattle team, and they mowed him over.
They did.
No, it was Seattle.
Was it Seattle? Oh, that's right.
When they went to Denver, he had all those great numbers. He was, doing the same thing you're saying, spreading the balls off the field, 400 plus yards, touchdowns here and there. They played Carolina. I mean, not Carolina. They play the Seattle Seahawks, and they get waxed.
That's because they couldn't stop fucking beast mode. Goddammit, couldn't nobody
stop. No, it wasn't beast mode. It was the defense. The defense basically. If you look at that game, the defense basically won that game because having the turnovers were defensive turnovers. Having the scores through defensive touchdowns.
Right. Look, I ain't denying that. That Legion of Boom,
man.
Mr. Unlimited then was Mr. Unlimited. Now he's just kind of
right. But even then, look when he won as a coach with the Colts. Look when he won as the Colts. Did not have the best year. The only thing that he did was he finally beat Brady.
He did. That's all he had. Look, Peyton, 90% of Peyton's career, that's all he had to do. They did their job during the regular season. They make it to the playoffs. All he had to do was beat Brady. And I say it doesn't, but some cheat-ass cheaters, the Spygate and the Deflategate and everything, and fucking Massagegate and everything else they fucking did. That's why they got.
Well, look what you want. They're the reason that Peyton. They're the reason that Tom don't have nine. Don't have nine.
Well, the Giants are the reason they ain't got two of them. But I'm not like we gonna 17-1.
No. No, it's because it's four because Peyton got two, Eli got two. So that's what.
Yeah, but Peyton had to switch sides and not play against Brady to make it for the second one. Like Eli beat the Patriots both times for them.
No, they was in. He stayed in the same conference.
I don't give a shit. Fucking, they still when fucking Eli played and won Super Bowls, it was against the vaunted fucking evil Patriots, right? Helmet catch and then the fucking 17-1. Oh, that's great. There's some third world country that has 18-0 Patriots shirts. Oh, God, that's fantastic. It makes me feel so good saying that. Oh. I'm sorry.
You feel better now?
I do.
Okay,
feel
good.
a lot better. Because you tried to make me feel good about the Patriots earlier, and now I get to
So,
talk shit.
but let's go back. Let's go back to where we first started. Kansas City and Buffalo. Let's go back to Kansas City and Buffalo.
And we
So
ended with fucking the Patriots against the Giants in the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm starting Mahomes. I'm starting Mahomes because right now I think Mahomes got his groove. We're definitely starting Kelsey. I'll definitely say start Kelsey, and I think this might be the game that Xavier Worthy makes a point, stays in the loop because right now you got D Hop, and I think that's where a lot of the actual.
I think they're like when D Hop got there. I think they were trying to get him like acclimated to being on the field with them.
I think Hopkins is acclimated to the team. He is acclimated. He is their primary receiver. That yes. Right now, I think this is when Xavier Worthy turns into Tyreek Hill, your speedster.
Okay, I'm
there. The only thing I'm still in question with is the running game. Now, the good news is this: that Isaiah Pacheco is practicing again. I haven't heard anything about Clyde Edwards-Helaire, where if they want to start him or they want to let him be, if he's going to be in the lineup.
Honestly, at this point, with I hate saying it because it's only been 3 or 4 years, but it's about the fucking run time on the running back. Edwards-Helaire is more of a third down. You need those couple of yards. You give it to him, you're going to get it. Like that. Feel me?
I do.
Pacheco, it sucks he got hurt in the first place because he was trying hard in the beginning.
Well, Pacheco, he was the actual, he was the workhorse, and that worked for them because at the time they struggled with the pass. So he was the workhorse, and I think there was nothing wrong with him being the workhorse. But now that you actually have that actual setup to where you have players, you actually have players that can actually make that mark. You have a primary receiver in DeAndre Hopkins. You have a speedster in Xavier Worthy. You have Travis Kelce as I'm going to say as the go-to guy because when third down comes, you're throwing it to Kelce. Or if you need a short play, you're throwing it to Kelce. Kelsey's going to get those. Kelsey's going to chip away.
They've gone with Kelce they've gone the Gronk.
That's what he is. They're going to put Kelce to where Kelce needs to be. Hey, we need you to be that big man. We need you to catch those middle yard passes, and if you get yards after that, have at it. Test some do something to Taylor Swift, and you trying to get to him.
But no, I'm with you. I'm there. But yeah, no, the running game has been real sus the past few weeks. But the Chiefs are a good team. Again, it's kind of like the Eagles. The Jets should be so much better than they are. The Chiefs are the same fucking way, but the Chiefs just keep finding a way to win. Like they have been behind in most of these games.
That's what with the Chiefs. Yeah, with the Chiefs, let's be honest. That's what the Chiefs are now. Like I said, in order to beat Kansas City, you can't beat yourself. You have to stay in the game all 4 quarters.
Like
And that's the
I hate
honest
making
truth.
it like this, but like, God, oh no, who was it? When like the Chiefs remind me of the Phoenix Suns when Steve Nash and I cannot fucking remember the coach's name with the porno fucking mustache. God damn it. When they were just running run and gun. Like the Chiefs kind of stick around until like the fourth quarter and then like the Chiefs would get on the field and like 30 seconds later they're going to a commercial break because the Chiefs got a score.
Yeah, it's Mahomes time.
Touchdown. Right.
Yeah, it's Mahomes time. That's it. Like I said, if you're not looking at Mahomes as the MVP now, then you're not watching football, or you're just in love with the stats. Because if you're looking at Mahomes in the fourth quarter, Mahomes has actually came through in the fourth quarter every game. Whether it was a touchdown, whether it was a big play up the field, fourth quarter has been Mahomes' time.
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chiefs, like they stick around. They stick around. Like it's not that the Chiefs are winning games. It's that the teams are playing against are beating themselves in the fourth quarter.
Right, they're so
into the game with the higher score.
Right, no, it's just that they're so wrapped up in beating the Chiefs that when that play comes to where, okay, I need to make this play, either they're so wrapped up in getting that play or just letting the play happen. And that's what everybody went, they're cheating. I'm like, no, I hate to say it, they got overzealous. They knew the players, like the play came in and they messed up because they were so wrapped up trying to, if I do this, the game is over.
Right.
Now, even when it came to Denver, let's be real. That Denver game, that was destiny. That game was destiny.
No, like what was it? I saw a bunch on Twitter about it. Like the Chiefs, like they saw that in the kicker. Like there are a bunch of teams that have blocked kicks against that cat, and they just kept. They're like, all right, if we come hard on the left side, there's nothing they can fucking do to stop us. And they got
again. I'm gonna say it again. That game was destiny because in the average game, that is a chip shot.
Oh yeah.
That is a chip shot kick because they were on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, something like that.
That is a chip shot kick. Right. And call it what you want of how they did it. But most teams, whether you come hard on the left side, hard right side, you go straight down the middle. If you have your rhythm to kick it, that is a chip shot. And I think, and the kicker has his rhythm and everything else. That just sometimes you got to say, "Hey, that was destiny," and that's the best way you can put it.
You got to think if the kicker's got like a hitch in his fucking giddy up.
Say what?
You gotta feel like is there a hitch in the kicker's giddy up that like he does something and then that's where they call for the snap. Like
sometimes it's not the kicker. Sometimes not the kicker. It's the line.
I'm not saying that. Like Madden and NCAA, right? You had the animation like when you were on fourth down and they were punting the ball. You had the animation where the kicker stopped, like his arms waved back and forth, and they stopped in the front position. Is he doing something like that? Like again, they still have to make the play, but like if you see that, it's one of them. It's that tail. Like they about to snap the ball. Like this dude, he made a little hand gesture or whatever. And
I get what you're saying. To where they're when they're ready. Is there a certain sign where it's ready? Sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's just the actual rhythm.
Right.
Sometimes if you when the ball is hiked out, it's the hiker. It's all that. But yeah, I just think that they may be. We'll see who gets the Buffalo. If they beat Buffalo, then I got the Chiefs.
I think like since Allen and Mahomes got in the league, Like, I think the Chiefs are like
Well, we'll see because right now with
I think
Mahomes,
the Chiefs are 2-6 in the regular season against Buffalo.
well, we'll put it this way because the way Mahomes is playing, and the way Allen is playing kind of like Burrow. He's putting on his shoulders.
Oh yeah,
and I think honestly, that's what's going to cause this game. So if you have Allen, I think what Allen's going to do, he's basically, if it's the fourth quarter, it's going to be Allen versus Mahomes. If this game is tight, and I don't mean, and I'm dead serious, it's going to be Allen versus Mahomes to where who makes the key plays.
Yeah, but it's all like again in the regular season, it's always Allen that makes those key plays against them. That W. It's the playoffs.
Even then, like I said, he has to. Like I said, it's always been something. But even then, with this game, because right now a lot is still riding, to where you got to think if Buffalo beats Kansas City, that is the biggest momentum push that you can have.
Oh, in Buffalo, you damn right.
Now, if Kansas City beats Buffalo, again, that's another momentum because you got to think about it. The teams that they've played, we've beaten. We've beaten the Bengals with Joe Cool. We've beaten the Panthers. Not the Panthers. We've beaten the Hawks with not the Hawks, the Falcons. We've beaten this.
You said the Hawks. I knew exactly what you were talking about. It's the other bird.
Atlanta, yeah. We beat the Falcons. They beat the preliminary teams that said that they will have issues with when it came to them playing. That these would be the teams that they will have to look towards the Super Bowl. Right now, Buffalo's is one of those. If they beat Buffalo, that is again, this is going to be based off momentum. This could be a huge momentum shift for Kansas City. So that's why I'm saying when this game comes on, it is going to come down to the fourth quarter. And it's going to be Mahomes versus Allen because it's going to be based on who makes the biggest play and that's basically who makes the biggest play or who makes the key play.
I'm there.
So that's, like I said, that's based on the game. Now we gotta go to another game.
Just one more on that. Just with the whole
okay.
They 9 or 10-0?
9-0.
Like, do you think they can make it all the way? Like 72 is still waiting to crack them champagne bottles. I'm just saying, do you think they can make it all the way?
Again, it's based off this game.
Right. Like if they get through this game and catch that W, you think they can make it the rest of the way?
Because the rest of the game, I think, is pretty much the NFL. Right. Because their toughest games were the beginning of the season, and they beat everybody. They beat Baltimore. They beat the Bengals. Right now, like I said, you have left is Buffalo. And that's I want to say that's it.
Right. To the end of the season, you think
if that's the case, and like I said, if they do that, that's the momentum shift. Now, after that, it's on them. I want to say yes.
Right.
But the reason I say it's on them because you know how people when it gets to that time, I want to rest my players for the playoffs.
Right.
When it comes to that, okay, what do we want? Do we want the streak, or do we want a championship, or do we want both? Do we want the streak and it?
Like at this point, like with Andy Reid, Kelsey, and Mahomes, the three of them together, like you don't think this is something like is on their fucking mind?
No, it's on their mind. It was on Brady's mind. It was on Brady's mind. It was I want to say Peyton, but no, Peyton never got that close when undefeated.
Right.
It was on
like the Patriots were like the last ones that like actually made like a real run at it. Like if they
lost to the Giants.
Right, lost to the Giants. Helmet catch, baby. Yes, 17-1. That's what I'm talking about. And the worst part is, like, that fucking Super Bowl trophy is fucking out there somewhere.
The bad thing is this, bro, and this cracks me up because to this day, this one cracks me up because any team you rooted for in the Super Bowl lost.
That's a true statement.
And it was funny to where I don't know. I was having one of my Super Bowl parties. You weren't able to go, and Matt was there and Tim.
I remember that.
And then you see the text that said "Go Patriots," and him and Tim's like it was like their whole world just killed them, just died. They literally was like, "Oh, we gonna lose this game now." I say, "Do y'all through?" He said, "What?" I said, "JC just text Go Patriots." Shut up. Check your phone. They look at their phone. Go Patriots. Mother. You just sat there. You just see Matt with a pouty face and Tim straight face.
Right. The rest of the game, and they were still up.
It was fantastic.
But hey, the worst part is, like, I remember doing that. I did the exact same thing to the Indians against the fucking Cubbies in the World Series. I rooted against I didn't root against them, but like people that were rooting for the Indians in the World Series, I was like, y'all are gonna fucking lose. Fucking Back to the Future has it fucking right. Like the Cubbies are gonna fucking win. You guys are fucked. Nah. It got to Game 7, and I was fucking there, dude. I was like, no, Cleveland's gonna do this, and then a fucking weather delay. Are you fucking kidding me? The one time I actually root for this damn team, and then this happens. Are you fucking kidding me? This is why I only ever root for the Buckeyes.
That was the only time I actually was happy that the Cubs won, and I'll tell you why.
No, I'm perfectly okay with that.
No. The only reason I actually felt some way about that was because of my old boss, Dave Dowling. Okay. Dave was a die-hard Cubs fan. And I hope you're listening, Dave. Rest in peace. The reason I bring that up is because before he died, which was 2 months later, he got to see the Cubs win the World Series.
Oh, damn.
And then probably a few months later, he passed away.
Oh. Because, like, what was it? We were at bowling that night of the Game 7, and I was giving hell to the like Cleveland fans and whatnot, Game 6, and then like the next like couple of nights, like we had bowling again, and like I was in there like, we should win this game. Like we got this, it's good. Like we did, and then like by the end of the night and then the bowling, like we lost, and I was really sad.
Yeah,
because I rooted for him for one game out of the whole goddamn series. And
I'm not gonna lie, when I called him up, when I actually got a hold of him, when I seen him, I was like, so because the next day I'm like, so Dave, how do you feel? He's like, I haven't been to sleep yet. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, dude, I've been celebrating all night. I have not been to sleep yet. He said, if I go to sleep, that's gonna be the best dream ever. And I felt happy for him. I know Paul was mad at it because he lost, but it was like, dude, if you knew Dave, it's like you didn't care about the Cubs. You cared about Dave.
Right.
It was like, dude, I'm actually happy for you because you actually got to see history in the making. This is your team. And you got to live to see the Bears win the World Series.
Cubs, not Bears.
Yeah, the Cubs.
Yeah.
It's still Bears. It's just a smaller one.
If the Bears win the World Series, that's they done did something right there.
All right, so we still got 3 more games to get over with. So next week we got the Vikings. Yeah, we got the Vikings over the Jags. Because it was so fun.
It was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself. That was fun.
But anyway, next one we had was the Vikings win over the Jags. Despite this, it's the same Donald stats. 24 for 38, 241 yards, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions.
Now, is
Oh,
this a
man.
bad game? Now, this is one thing I had a question. Is this a bad game, or is this the blueprint?
It might be a blueprint, but like he just makes it bad. I didn't get to see that game on Sunday because like
Yeah,
the Browns.
because we've been praising Donald for the way he's been playing. Donald, Donald's played a few games. He's had a few games. He had an game,
Man,
but he still came through and they won it, and they still won this one. But it's like, well, with this one, it's like, man, because the way I'm like, this is with the Jags, so it wasn't anything special where they had like an elite defense, anything like that. We seen what they did. We seen what the Jags did with Philly, but like I said, watching that, was that just a bad game, or was that the actual blueprint of stopping Sam Darnold? Because on top of that, it affected Jefferson. Jefferson only had 5 catches for 48 yards and no touchdown.
Well, yeah, it's hard to get a touchdown as a wide receiver if the quarterback doesn't throw you the ball. So if the quarterback does 0 touchdowns, then
the next game, I will say this will be tricky because their next game is against the Titans. Now,
Minnesota.
Yeah, they play the Titans. Now,
Vrabel ain't there. Like Levis has been trying, but like I think Minnesota will be all right.
I think so, but again, it's one of those things. Like I said, is that just a bad game, or is this a blueprint? Because right now, when you like I said, I can see them playing Tennessee, but even with Tennessee, they still have weapons with Calvin Ridley. They still have weapons with Julius Chestnut. They also have the running back from Dallas. So it's not to say that this is going to be a team that can walk by.
True statement, but their defense now is kind of Vrabel ain't there no more. Like Vrabel was a defensive fucking guy. Like he didn't mind offense, but like he was the defense fucking mind. Like we're going to score more points than you, but we're going to make sure that you don't score more points than us. Right.
Well, you also got to look at this, right? Well, you also got to look at this because the Jags' next game is against the Lions, aka Cujo. Now, again, I bring this issue up. No, the reason I say it, we bring this issue up because we also about to talk about the Lions. Again, bad game. No, let's put it this way. For the Jags, in good game or blueprint. Because if you look at it, whatchamacallit had a bad game. The Lions had a bad game in which they came back and won it.
Right.
Who has 5 interceptions and wins the game? Now I will say I will say this with the Jags. Well, that's what everybody's saying. The Jags is not, but you got to think about it. They almost beat the Eagles. They came back and almost beat the Eagles. On top of that, they gave Sam Darnold enough trouble to where he had a bad game. Now, Texans, like I said, again, the Texans said that the Texans kind of did, like I said, the Texans are different. But again, that's why I come in. Is this a bad game, or is this the blueprint? Because who's to say that if Jacksonville doesn't use that same defense with the Lions? Now, granted, the Lions kind of might have learned their lesson. But what if this is the blueprint to stop these type of quarterbacks? Because Jared Goff is not really, because I'm not going to say he's not in the league. You've been in Super Bowl, you've been in conference championships, you're pretty much superstar status. But,
Jared Goff, like I said, Jared Goff reminds me of Phillip Rivers. Like, I love Jared Goff. He plays hard. He's got heart for the team he's playing for. Like, he's out there for the dudes he's on the field with. But, like, Jared Goff is wildly inconsistent. And the same thing with Phillip Rivers. Like, he was really
I will say this Sunday, win or loss, I'm starting the Lions defense.
Really? Against Jacksonville? Yeah, I would too.
I'm putting because on top of that, you got to remember that they picked up the defensive end from Cleveland. Now he's going to be playing this week.
That was where your pick went kind of right. It wasn't Garrett that went there, but like they got rid of it.
Right. But like I said, I'm not taking away from the defense. Like I said, the Lions defense, I'm not taking away. But like I said, with the Jaguars defense, that's one of those things. Like, would you start them or would you not?
No, not against the Lions. I think this is one of them games Jared Goff is going to go off.
Now again, especially with
you got Gibbs right behind him.
Yeah, you got. Well, you got to remember, you got Sonic and Knuckles, as they call themselves.
Fantastic! I love it. Do they really? That is.
Yeah, they call them Gibson Montgomery. Their nickname is Sonic and Knuckles.
That is great. Fucking Top Golf right now has what day is today? Today's the 15th. Today at Top Golf, they just started a Sonic game that you can play while you're on the range. It's great.
So yeah, but like I said, on that one, yeah, I'm definitely starting one of them too. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like I said, the offense, I can see all the offensive players. It's just Golf. That's the issue. That was a guy I probably would sit.
Golf is inconsistent with ways like
not even being inconsistent. Not being inconsistent. Like I said, if you looked at the past few games from the Jaguars, they've made quarterbacks have some trouble. Look what he did with Jalen Hurts. Look what they did with Sam Darnold. Look what they did with.
Go ahead.
Like I said, between they gave quarterbacks issues. They might not have won the games, but they have actually made some issues with the actual quarterbacks that they play against. So I would the Jaguar defense. I'm not going to say it's not going to get scored on, but I will say this, that they are going to give that quarterback trouble. So I'm not saying, okay, I will still start Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. I'm still starting against Sonic and Knuckles, whether you got Gibbs or Montgomery. The one I'm kind of ill about would be Sam Laporta. Like I said, the only one I might have issue with is Sam Laporta. Because now that Jameson's in, his touches, like I said, when Jameson was hurt for those past two games, you got to see it. That's when you see the emergence of Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta was getting more touches because I guess he was kind of like that third. He was kind of like that other option. Now that James is back from his ban, right now that he's back from his ban, it's like I'm sure they're gonna try to keep Laporta in it, but he's not going to be He's not going to be. I don't want to say effective. He won't be more of a key part. He might be a key part here and there to have a first down, maybe a touchdown, but he won't be too much to that offense unless the Jaguar, and I will probably say this, the Jaguar defense is getting a lot of sacks on Golf. Then I really think after that, you're going to see a lot of the running game and maybe short passes to where one, you got either Laporta or Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Well, all right. So from like the London game, like the overseas game, the Jacksonville is played, and from what I've seen, like they make the reason they've given quarterbacks problems is because they try to make them zero in on one guy. So I mean, like they shut down everybody else and they make them zero in on one guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I think that's what Jacksonville has been doing is like by the end of that's hard work. Like making them just constantly making them just go to that guy. Like you got to do a lot of running. If they put a dude on the different sides of the thing, you got to do a lot of running. Like that's gonna tire you out. Like it's hard to do. It's why they've lost those games in the end. They are tired of covering the one dude. Right? Like they got to double cover the other guys, but they got to make sure this one dude is the one where the ball goes. Right? Getting to those positions, that's difficult work. That's why Jacksonville has lost their previous game. I think it's because they're trying to make them zero in on one dude, and they're just
again, we'll definitely see what Paul Mitchell. We'll definitely see what Paul Mitchell's going to do. But so right now, let's get in with our actual fantasies. So
God,
these are the weeks.
hour and a
This is
half.
the imperfect lineup. So if you had this, shoot yourself. So we got Aaron Rodgers with 4.
Imperfect?
Yeah, the imperfect lineup.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So,
It says 5 hour and a half perfect lineup. Like, I didn't see the M part. Okay.
so we got
75.54, and I went, that could not be the best score for the week.
no. So you got Aaron Rodgers with 4.4. You had Jordan Mason 0.5, Jameson Williams 2.7, Deontay Johnson 1.6, Xavier Worthy 2.1, Hunter Henry had 2.4, Brian Thomas 3.2, Justin Tucker 3 points. That's the first.
3 points.
And the Bengals defense.
Missed 2 fucking field goals.
And the Bengals defense was -4.
Jesus
Now,
Christ.
if you had this,
Why
then
do
you call yourself a
on
god.
that? Right, why
We
do
have-
you put money on that?
We have the American Night. We got the Cincinnati Nightmare, Joe Burrow, 33.72. Bijan Robinson, 29.4. Chuba Hubbard, 24.9. Jamar Chase, 55.4.
He went,
Montana Valdez Scantling, 25.9. Travis Kelce got you 20.4. Calvin Ridley's been on a tear for 25.4.
been really good.
You had Jason Cardi from the Dolphins, 19, and you had the Eagles defense for 20. That brought it to
the kicker got 19.
Yes.
Oh my God! Like if you have him on your lineup and you lost that game, like you gotta get rid of the rest of the team. Just keep him. You gotta get rid of the rest of the team. Like plain and simple. Jesus Christ! 19 out of a kicker.
Yeah.
I really can't knock it. Like I know since scoring.
You should be proud. You should be proud.
Oh my God! I know since what was it? I know since the first week of one of her leagues, they screwed up the scoring, and the kicker got, I think it was Buckner, got like 72.6 points in the first week.
What they do? Give him kicks for every? What they give him like points for each yard he kicked?
I think it was the yardage too. Yeah, it was amazing. That went 72.6 out of the kicker. Are you out of your mind? Jesus Christ! Oh, that was great.
So I'm not gonna lie. This week I'm matching up. I'm gonna use my own. I'm gonna use my fantasy stat. I'm gonna use my fantasy team.
Oh, you're right.
Since you use yours, I'm using mine.
All right. I think I gotta rescind one of mine. Like you're either change one of mine.
You got till Sunday.
Kincaid is out and fucking Harris is in on mine.
Well, let me put it this way. You got till Sunday at noon.
I already sent you the new lineup for me.
All right.
But yeah,
So I think we got everything covered. Again, shout out to the First Street Podcast. Again, catch them tomorrow and Tuesdays at 8:30. If you want to get your bets in, definitely take a look at next week tomorrow's show. They'll let you know the actual the over unders and the spreads. Other than that, who you got winning the fight tonight?
Motherfucker, Tyson's gonna knock him out by the third fucking round. I pray to God. We are 14 minutes into it, and the fact I haven't gotten the notification saying that it was like the pirated version was live on YouTube at this point, I'm pissed off. Like it's 8:14, like the fight's already started, and he should have knocked him out already.
No, they got 2 more fights going on.
Do they fucking really? I thought the main event was just them starting at 8.
No, you have 2 fights before that fight. That fight is at 10.
Oh, God. All right, fine. So that means I got to stay up at least until midnight tonight to actually see the fight. Because, again, I'm out in the fucking boonies. I don't got Netflix. Eat shit, motherfucker.
Hey, you say that, yet your daughter has my username and password.
No, she's in Columbus, goddammit.
Desiree has it too.
Oh. Well, you didn't tell me that. I thought it was
I said your daughter. Which daughter was you think I was talking about?
Hey, like, technically, it was the 15th. should have been my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Yep. All right.
Anyway, yes, they both have my username and password.
You didn't really.
Yes, they've had it. They've had it since high school.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that online. Like now Netflix is coming after you. Like, they're gonna come after them. Now they're gonna owe them $30 goddamn a month from now on because you done went.
What do you think I'm paying?
You an asshole.
You think I'm paying? I already know that. I already get charged the additional user fee.
Oh. Man, you should be
It's
going after
$1.
them. What is wrong with you? You and Uncle, you supposed to be going after them for your money.
It's $1.
I don't care. I will make them pay you. Fuck that. All right, that's where I'm gonna get your dollar from. I'm gonna go across the house and I'm gonna get my dollar from her. She don't pay for her Netflix this month.
Anyway, if you want to watch the fight, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this concludes our show. If you have any questions, hit us up on that Fantasy Show.
Ask him. Don't ask me. Ask Josie. Don't ask JT.
Again, hit us up. Go out there. I think on Facebook. I'm gonna set up a new site where if you have questions, we'll definitely put those questions out there for the next season. I mean, for the next week, and we'll definitely give you the responses. Other than that, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. If you got to drink and drive, drink Pepsi, and just remember, raise them high, spread them wide. Deuces. Peace.
Go ahead and drink and drive. That's fine. No, don't do that. It's bad. It can cost you a lot of money. Then you got to do a 72-hour drunk stay.